But just to see the creator of a game that has been going on for 30 plus years still have the time to jump into a conversation and basically tear this guy apart, and then go on to ask and then go on to just further ask his community, 0.1% of his community, how do you feel about this character? Because we tried with them, we wanted to represent you exactly the way we thought you should be represented. How did we do? Yo people, what's good? Welcome back to another video, and today is a quick one. We're not going to go too in depth about it because I'm sure you guys have seen it already, but as you guys know, Tekken 8 looms ever closer. It's just upon the horizon. I'm lit, we're lit, character trailers are dropping. It's just an all around good time. But you know, unfortunately, with the good comes the bad, and there's certain people that just choose to voice opinions that just make no sense. As we go into this, I want to explain to you why it's stuff like this that basically made me love Tekken, or made me fall in love with the game Tekken. I want to take it more seriously than I had previously in the past, in the previous iterations basically. So this guy here believes, obviously I'm not going to read the whole thing, it's not long, but it's just unnecessary words that he's put in here, and I don't really feel like I need to follow it to the T. He basically said more or less that he believes that the creators of Tekken 8 are racist because they haven't put any black characters. He has actually stated, like with absolute confidence, because obviously when you make a Twitter account and when you send tweets out, it gives you a couple of minutes to edit your tweet. So he's come with the full consciousness, the full, I just don't understand, the full foolishness to come and make a statement so epically wrong that Harada himself had to come in and correct this guy. And this is why, in a way, Tekken has the best community ever. Simply because the king stands in front of the army. When there is beef, he's at the front lines. I played a lot of games back in the day, like, you know, Samurai Warriors and Dynasty Warriors, you know, a lot of those like Eastern War period games. And they explain the story pretty well. And the one thing I noticed throughout those stories is that the benevolent rulers were always the rulers that stood in front of their army before they charged into battle. And this is what I see Harada as essentially in the Tekken community. He is the general standing in front of the army. He's not going to sit there and let someone violate his IP and all the creativity that he's put into clearly what is his passion. He's going to come in himself and defend it with his own two hands, figuratively speaking, in terms of obviously putting your hands to the keyboard and unfortunately explaining yourself more or less. And this is why I've pretty much fallen in love with the Tekken community, it's because this type of action is commendable. I mean, the guy has the longest running consecutive story of any fighting game. It's about 30 years plus at this point, and he still feels like he should come on here and defend his wonderful, beautiful, incredible game from just people that have lacking brain cells. Clearly, it is good to see. I do enjoy this type of activity coming from Harada. Like, he's been so involved in the community. You can tell he loves it. He's even joined tournaments sometimes. It's great. It is great. Like, that's what you want. You want to be able to feel like you could walk somewhere and just see him and say hi, and he's gonna be like, hi, how are you enjoying it? Like, what's going on? Like, what did you think? You want to, do you know what I mean? You don't want to be like, you don't want to see them like a movie star. You want to be able to talk with them, explore their mind, see where they're coming from, and understand the processes that I've gone into making this game. That's why I commend it so much. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really big in the Street Fighter community or like the Arc System community to know if their creators actively come in and jump into what some people would quote unquote call Twitter beef. Do you know what I mean? So when Harada does it, like, it's incredible, man. That's what I want to focus on in this video. I really want to focus on, like, this is the type of leadership you need in any type of community. Although he may not manage tightly the competitive scene on Tekken, you can tell he's really involved. You can tell he watches it, he knows what's going on. You can tell he's very much interested in, like, understanding the effect his game is having on the people that enjoy it the most. And I'm going to go into his profile even more because I've just seen more stuff that just makes me further, like, want to just stop playing all fighting games and just focus on Tekken and just give this guy my money, honestly. Because there's things like, he made a tweet earlier on today about wanting to know how Native Americans felt about his representation through Julia and Michelle. I'm just thinking to myself, I ain't never seen no one ever do that. I've never seen no one ask a small population, already, I'd imagine in comparison to the grand scheme of things, probably about a 0.1% of the population of people that will play his game. Here it is, as the population of the people that will play his game, he wants to know what they feel about his game, especially considering the fact that that group, you know, is it's a progenitor group. It is the start of something bigger. Hence, Americans now. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the fact that he's doing things like this, it's honestly, it's great to see, man. It really is inspiring to see somebody come out of the woodwork and defend their IP, and the whole community rally behind them to support them. It is honestly, it is great. I do very much enjoy obviously with the bad comes the good, but in this case the good far excelled the bad, especially for me. Obviously I haven't been in the scene for too long, I can't act like I've seen everything, but just to see the creator of a game that has been going on for 30 plus years still have the time to jump into a conversation and basically tear this guy apart, and then go on to ask his and then go on to just further ask his community, 0.1% of his community, how do you feel about this character? Because we tried with them, we wanted to represent you exactly the way we thought you should be represented. How did we do? And you get people like this first reply here that just the back and forth here is just so, it's so plutonic, it's so like natural, it's so like, it's exactly what you'd want like a Yelp review to be. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like someone says something and then the creator, when they have time, comes and gives their opinion on what you've said, and you have a back and forth, and then people just respond on how they want to respond, they agree if they want to agree, and so on and so forth. And like, it is obviously, this might appear like glazing, but I've never ever encountered this, you know what I mean? I know like people like Ed Boon are involved heavily in Mortal Kombat, they do tweets and stuff like this, and obviously they may defend here and there. That's great. I don't play Mortal Kombat like everybody else plays Mortal Kombat. I play Tekken, and to see this coming from Tekken, I feel like I'm standing within an army and the general's at the front, and I know he's not going to ditch me when we charge into battle. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just me. So yeah guys, let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you think of this little drama that's happened today in the Tekken community. I honestly, it has further cemented the fact that I believe that this is one of the best fighting games, if not the best fighting game on the market. It will continue to remain that way, not only because of the game itself, but because of the community that surrounds it, and the guy that created it. I mean, he has no reason, do you know what I'm saying? No reason to type all of this to know he's going to get a response from maybe one person that's legitimately Native American. That is care, do you know what I'm saying? Listen guys, I can go on about this forever. If you do want to hear about more of what I think, please comment down below and I will be replying to all the comments, because this is like, in my opinion, this is literally a big point. Like, my love for Tekken has just increased, and I haven't even played Tekken 8 yet. Do you know what I mean? I've played obviously the demo and obviously the CBT, but the game hasn't even come out yet, and I'm like fully in love with this game simply because of reading stuff like this. It's amazing. Guys, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk. Let's get to know each other. Let's get to understand like what we think about this type of situation in the community. Just let me know what you guys think, man. Until next time.